Hi folks, this is Don Schaefer. Once again, I'm excited to be with you. We're living in a beautiful time here in Wisconsin. It's a perfect day. I have been talking to you a little bit, I know last week, about a must habit, about a habit you just have to have if you're ever going to develop anything in your life. And the thing I was talking about was the fact that we need to develop self-discipline in our lives. And that's where, as people, we need to be disciplined, because no matter what habit we want to develop, no matter how we want to change our life, if we can't discipline ourselves, we're going to have a lot of struggles doing all that. And that's where I mentioned a little bit last week that if you were young and you were disciplined the way you needed to be, you probably learned some areas of self-discipline, and maybe some of this stuff is easy for you. But if not, you can develop discipline in your life, but it's a process. It's disciplining yourself in the small areas of life and then allowing that to continue on until it's the big areas. Well, this week I want to talk to you about something about the race being on. No, the race is on. A lot of times we don't realize it. They call it the human race, but the race actually is a race of personal development. And every one of us are in it, but a lot of us are not participating in the race. The race is going on around us, and we're just not achieving what we can achieve. And that's where there's another habit that we need to have established in our life, and that habit is the habit of personal development. That's a habit that says, you know what, I want to be a little bit better tomorrow than I am today. I know I always tell people that, 10 years from now, you'll either be patting yourself on the back or kicking yourself for the things you're doing today, because what we do today is what's going to dictate what we're going to have years into our lives. And that's where, if we can get ourselves into a mode of understanding that every day is a race, every day we're part of a race of developing ourselves in great ways, either by reading books or by listening to tapes or by tapping into some of my newsletters or possibly associating with successful people. These are avenues that feed us and give us an opportunity to develop ourselves in many, many great ways. I had the great privilege a number of years ago, a couple of times, of seeing Zig Ziglar speak personally, and I'm sitting there. He was amazing. This guy here had principles and different understandings, and I tried to take notes. I couldn't even keep up because he had so much stuff he was throwing at us, and I was just awed in all that he shared. But the last time I seen him, he shared his secret. He says, folks, he says, I read 3 to 4 hours a day just so that I have understandings and principles that I can teach you people. And that hit me, because I realized, average people can be very successful. There's a lot of times geniuses that aren't successful because they plug themselves into a TV rather than reading and trying to develop themselves. That's why I want to encourage you to take a look at your life and see once, if possibly you can look at it in a different way. Look at it that you're a part of the race, the human race of personal development, and continue to work on areas that develop your life to be the best that it possibly can be. I want to thank you once again for being with me this week, and I will be pleased to see you again next week. Thank you.